ahead, sir. Go on. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Okay, go on, sir. Sorry. No elites. Wait! We gotta run!
They fall in line, one at a time, ready to play.
Hey, what's up guys, Nick here, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a bit of a more serious subject, the harsh truth of Halo Infinite. You're probably thinking, Nick, what do you mean by this? What truth are we missing? What do I not know about? Is there something I should be worried about? Don't worry, I'm going to explain it all in today's video, but there is something I need to say to you very quickly first of all. And I know that people hate when YouTubers do this, but if you didn't know, my channel is very quickly approaching 100,000 subscribers, so please do redeem your under 100k club subscription token by hitting that subscribe button down below. It would honestly mean the world to me, and I promise I'm gonna ease up on the whole subscribe thing once we get there. But don't worry, that's all I'm gonna go on about it for today's video, as I really do want to discuss the topic of this video, but I'm gonna make it more of a classic UberNick video. We're gonna take it back to the old school ways of me just playing some Halo while I discuss this subject. I feel like most of the things I do nowadays are either scripted or pre-thought out, but now I'm going to be playing and just chatting away about some Halo while also playing some Halo. What more could you ever want? I just realized I have to play mouse and keyboard. I didn't change my controller, my default settings. Oh, and two teammates instantly quit out. Alright, well, I guess this first game will be mouse and keyboard only. So the harsh truth of Halo Infinite, what do I mean by that? I feel like the title sounds a lot more brutal than what I maybe intend, but let me explain before you start freaking out. So the truth of Halo Infinite, unfortunately, is not everyone is going to love this game, and with every update that we get, that sadly becomes more and more apparent to me. Now, the reason why I got kind of in the mood to record this video was because the most recent update that we got, I thought, was filled with really awesome stuff. It had lots of really fun, new information that got me even more excited about the game. But unfortunately, it had some updates that, well, not everyone was too happy with, and as you can see by my player character here, but see, if you look at my shadow, you lost? If you look at my shadow, you should be able to tell that I am indeed playing as an elite. Now, the problem with this, with the new update for Halo Infinite, unfortunately, playable elites are not going to be a thing moving forward. Halo Infinite is not going to have them at launch. Does that mean that they'll never be in? Not necessarily. They could add them in a later update, but you know, what everyone really cares about is whether they're going to be there day one or not. And sorry to say, elites aren't going to be there on the first day of Infinite. But not only that, they're also not going to have dual wielding back in Halo, which a lot of people have been missing. People just love the idea of being able to hold two different weapons at the same time. I love it as well. I think it's a real big... The novelty of holding two weapons is obviously really funny, but if you want my honest take on what I think about playable elites and dual wielding, I'm not going to miss them too badly. They're not going to really affect me personally when it comes to Halo Infinite. Would I like both them to be there? Yeah, of course. You know, of course I'd want these two features to be there that were in previous Halo games. But I do totally understand why people are upset about playable elites, but once again, it's personally not going to affect my experience with Halo Infinite. But I think something that people have to realize about Halo Infinite is it's never going to be the game that is going to tick every single box that we hope for. No matter how much we want it to, it'll never fully quench the thirst that we have as Halo fans. Alright, we've loaded into a new game. Hopefully my team don't want to all quit out on me. I also changed it so I can play with controller, because I'll be honest with you, I love using mouse and keyboard with Halo, but I am really not that good with it. My brain does not want to work with me when it comes to mouse and keyboard with Halo. It's way too used to using a controller. Oh my. But as I was saying before about Halo, there are so many people out there that love Halo for different reasons. I feel like it was almost impossible for Halo Infinite to ever have the chance of pleasing absolutely everybody. And it's really sad, I wish this wasn't the case, but unfortunately there's always going to be some people at least that are going to be kind of left out or have some key feature that they really care about not included in the game, because that's just kind of game development, sadly. But Halo Infinite has been touted as a 10-year game, so you never know. Maybe they could do some kind of Arbiter DLC, which has a campaign DLC, and also brings in playable elites at some stage. I don't want to shoot down the hope of them ever happening, because I could almost see 343 wanting Infinite to be like the superstar Halo game that has everything that made Halo what it is today in it in some way. But maybe having it all there day one isn't quite feasible. Maybe that just isn't quite a possibility. And if that means we have a more of a Spartan focus day one, then I'm personally okay with that. But again, I don't want to take away from people's, you know, feelings about not having playable elites if that's something that they really enjoy. But this conversation kind of leads me back to something that was talked about probably about a week ago now, and that was Battle Royale in Halo. There's some people in the fence that thinks that Halo Infinite is going to be some major failure if it doesn't have a BR mode included day one, and I couldn't disagree with this more, to be quite honest with you. I feel like every fiber of my body does not agree with this. Now let me preface why. Do I think a BR in Halo would be cool? Of course, I think a Battle Royale in Halo would be amazing. I think it would fit perfectly. I think it would be incredibly fun if done correctly, but I think the last thing 343 should be worrying about is adding a Battle Royale day one to Halo Infinite. So the main problem that 343 would face if they brought a Battle Royale on day one is that all the Halo fans like myself that have stayed true to the game, have kept playing after all these years, would feel like a bit of their focus would not be where it needs to be. I think 343 needs to truly focus on making that core Halo experience as good and polished as they possibly can before they even think about adding in some new feature that has never been in the game before. With Infinite being a free-to-play multiplayer, a lot of people, I feel like, keep forgetting that. Free-to-play day one on Xbox and PC is going to lead to a massive launch for this game. So 343 need to put all of their energy towards making that core Halo gameplay as refined and as perfect as they possibly can. The last thing they need is a repeat of Halo 5 where there wasn't any Forge, or I think BTB as well wasn't there day one. They cannot repeat that. So when it comes to Battle Royale, do I want it there in Halo? Yeah, I think it would be cool. Does it need to be there day one? No, definitely not. I think it would be almost a misstep if they decided to try and bring one in for the release of the game. Oh, I'm really scared. Okay, 11 seconds. We can do this. Nice. That's how you win. Unfortunately, most of the team has again quit this lobby. This is a severe issue that the MCC has, but I'll play the rest of this game out just so that I don't take an L when I don't need to. But I want you guys to drop a comment down below. Are you optimistic about Infinite? Do you think the latest updates that came out about playable elites and no dual wielding has really dampened your excitement for this game? I would love to hear your feedback down below, because for me personally, it hasn't really affected my hype. Has it disappointed me that some of these features won't be there? A little bit, but I was never the biggest fan of dual wielding for some reasons, and I never really played as elites either, so that doesn't personally affect me, but I totally understand that people that love playing as elites are upset by this. I totally feel for all of you out there. I think the reason why I'm so optimistic is because my brain does rather focus on the positives than the negative stuff, which is thankfully a good thing for me. If I only ever focused on the bad stuff, I feel like my brain would... But from the recent update, they really did say some things that got me truly excited. The fact that the ring is going to be a big 3D model and not just a 2D image, that is going to be incredible. And I think Infinite is going to thankfully end up being a really, really beautiful game, which I don't think a lot of people saw coming. After we got that initial gameplay reveal back in July, a lot of people were kind of worried about the graphics of this game, which were totally justified. No! But with those recent images that we got and the description of how the Halo ring is going to be constantly going around with a day and night cycle, and there's going to be, you know, wildlife running about. Unfortunately, the wildlife is not going to be hostile. That is a bit of a negative for sure. Okay, My teammate trying to be hostile. I will show him hostile. I think a lot of the frustration that the Halo community has comes from pretty much exhaustion from not having anything new to play in so long. So many people just want to enjoy and love Halo again after so many years of not having something fresh to play. Obviously, MCC on PC has been amazing. The updates they've brought to this game have been nothing short of incredible, to be quite honest with you. Oh my goodness, dude. So I'm just sitting here very patiently waiting for this next gameplay reveal for the game because I need it to be good. I need to have a new Halo game to sit and just grind because that's all I want. That's literally all I want. I just want to wake up, grind a new Halo game, and just love every second of it. Because as much as I love Halo 3, playing it for however many years straight now definitely becomes a little bit mind-numbing. Ah! There you go. That felt so good. I'm alive! Oh, I don't know how, but I survived. So even though it can feel a little bit tough being a Halo fan at times, I think we have a very, very bright future ahead of us. Unlike my chopper there, which got pulverized.
The chopper!
But in the next few months, when we finally do start to hear more things and the infinite flightings do start happening, then I think we'll be in the clear. I think we'll be good. Hard times will finally be over after a long, long wait. There we go. Don't mind me. No!
Now this is what strafing looks like. It's just this back and forth motion.
Oh, I tried my best. Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I just wanted to give my brief thoughts on the latest update that we got instead of doing a full breakdown, because to be honest with you, there's so many people that do breakdown videos, I don't feel like I need to do another one myself. But all in all, I am very excited about the new update that we did get for Halo Infinite. Of course, there are always going to be bits of news that is not going to please everyone, unfortunately. I'm sure there's going to be something that happens or comes out in the future that I probably won't be too happy about, and I will let you know about that. But all in all, I'm optimistic. I hope that Infinite is going to be a good game. It's never going to please absolutely everyone, but hopefully it comes out. Hopefully it will be a good game, or even a great game. My fingers are crossed for that. If you did enjoy today's video, which is a bit more relaxed, a bit more of a sit down, play Halo, and also have a discussion kind of video, make sure you drop a like down below, drop a comment if you want me to do more of these in the future, because I can definitely do that. But once again, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later.